I'm not just right. This video is gonna be my whole entire Marvel MCU in timeline order. It's like how you should watch it if you want to work out the pure timeline. So here we go. There's 5 missing, and I'll tell you where those 5 are missing. But they're not released on Blu-ray, otherwise I would have them. So starting off with basically phase 1, but reorganised into where on the timeline it would be within phase 1. So of course the first one you would have is Captain America the First Avenger, because it's the oldest like timelined film. So that's the first one you would watch in the series. Then you would watch Agent Carter Season 1. Yes, I'm including the TV shows because they kind of do line up with the timeline. So Season 1, the complete first season of Agent Carter you've got to watch. And then of course you watch the second season of Agent Carter because it's set straight after the first season. Then you would watch Agent Carter, Marvel one-shot Agent Carter, which is on the Iron Man 3 Blu-ray release as a special feature. And then of course you would watch the one that started it all, Iron Man, because that's the next closest. It would be Captain Marvel, but Captain Marvel's not even out yet in the cinema or on Blu-ray, otherwise Captain Marvel would go before Iron Man. Then you would watch the only Hulk film within the MCU. This one goes together with Iron Man 2, because apparently they go together, but this is apparently mostly set before Iron Man 2. So that's why this would go after Iron Man. And then of course you would watch Iron Man 2. Set basically after Iron Man 2, but primarily the full Hulk film. Most of the Hulk film happens before this, but the ending and stuff lands like roughly around this point. Then you would watch 4, which is the first introduce of the Norse gods. Then you would watch the film that's brought them all together, Avengers, but because I'm in the UK, it's called Avengers Assemble, which I hate, but what can you do? Now to roughly see phase 2. Bar like a few series is dotted in where they need to be. Then you've got Iron Man 3, of course, which is set after where Tony Iron Man have post-traumatic stress disorder through what he saw in Avengers and everything. Then you have Season 1 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Meant to watch up to episode 16, but I'm not totally sure on the episode. But the first episode comes after Iron Man 3. It's where it lands roughly on the timeline. But then you've got to split the episodes up to match with the films. But I've put it in a place where the first episode would land. Then you would watch For the Dark World. Then you would watch some episodes of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. because one of the episodes leads straight on from this. But as I say, I don't know. But I know that the first episode lands before this, so that's why I've put it in the timeline. So that's For the Dark World. Then you would watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. up to a certain point in the series where it would line up with this film. And that would line up with Captain America the Winter Soldier, where Hydra kind of takes over S.H.I.E.L.D. and everything. And the episodes after this is where the S.H.I.E.L.D. agents from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. are trying to say who's an ally and who's not out of the organisation. Then you'd watch Guardians of the Galaxy 1, the first one, set in space, good film. Then you would watch the first so many episodes of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Series 2, and again, because the first episode lands between these two films, that's where it is on the timeline, because it's easier to do that way than have separate discs that have those so many episodes on. So that's where Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 2 lands. Then of course Guardians of the Galaxy, because apparently it's only 2 months or something like that after the first one, so that's why this lands here. And then you would watch Daredevil Season 1. And then of course, to end it off, for that stack, you watch Age of Ultron. Avengers Age of Ultron. Now this one's the biggest pile, and these are where I'm missing 5. And I'll tell you now, I'm not totally sure where they land. I can't remember because I was sorting it out beforehand and I forgot. I should have wrote it down of where they go. But it's The Runaways, The Defenders, Punisher, Inhumans, and Jessica Jones Series 2. And Jessica Jones Series 1's in this pile. But after you watch Age of Ultron, you watch Ant-Man. Then you would watch Jessica Jones Series 1. As you can see, that's the back. I'll do another video where I'm going to go through what the discs look like and everything, but this is just a quick timeline, and I'm going to do it by series and by sets of films for that. So then you would watch Series 3 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Then you would watch Series 2 or Season 2 of Daredevil. Then watch Captain America Civil War, where they split off into the kind of 2 factions, Team Captain, Cap, Team Iron Man. Then, because it's set roughly straight after, because the King of Wakanda's dead and everything, it leads off into this. So that's Black Panther. Then you'd watch Luke Cage Season 1 from Netflix. And then you would watch Doctor Strange. Sorry about, I need to get a camera. I'm using my phone at the moment. Then I'm getting this replaced, but at the time I got the limited edition Season 4, which I'm going to replace for the standard Blu-ray case, because then it matches with what all my other ones. But then you would watch Series 4 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I've got Season 5 pre-ordered of that one, so that's coming. Then you would watch Iron Fist Season 1. Then you would watch Spider-Man Homecoming. Then you would watch Thor Ragnarok, but I'm sure some of the ones I'm missing go between these two that are coming up. And then finally, the latest one that's just released on the 3rd of this month, Avengers Infinity Wars. Thanks for watching. If that is any help how to watch the MCU, I'm glad I've helped you. But if it doesn't, you don't have to watch it all the way through. But if you've made it all the way through, thank you. Goodbye.